Welcome back to Greg Mitchell Field, where the Vikings and the Wildcats do battle now. And if we thought we had a problem with the women's numbers for CulverStockton, the men's are almost impossible.
I tell you what, their jersey fronts, I mean, the Indianapolis 500 would love to have them. But the checkerboard front and dark blue numbers on that checkerboard, and the backs are dark blue numbers on dark blue backs. Yeah, it's just going to be a generic Culver tonight for the soccer team.
Again, we apologize for that, but that's about the way it's going to be for a while. All right, Culver with it. Yeah, I love the fronts of those jerseys, but the dark blue numbers on a dark blue jersey, just about impossible to read. We do know in goal, though, is Robert Jones. Jones, a senior out of Troy, Illinois, came out of Jefferson College in Hillsboro, Missouri, and now playing for them. And Patrick Irankunda. You can't miss Patrick down there in his bright fluorescent yellow top and shorts and socks.
I think the Baylor Bears are jealous of his uniform there.
We're just underway. No score in this one. Women won their contest by the score of 3-0. Vikings quickly
get
a shot, and it's open, and how about that for a goal early in this match? A beautiful assist, and it was Juwan Martorell, who gets the first goal. That was quick.
Great give and go for the Vikings on that play. The first pass from number 24, Martorell, gave it and then got it back and put it in.
Martorell with the goal. And let's see, for Martorell, that is his first goal of the year. Juwan gets his first.
Well, Juwan may have passed. I'm not sure he actually didn't scored it. Looking at the replay, it may have been Mark Heeman.
Heeman got the goal?
Got the goal.
We'll check. We'll check and see for sure who got that goal, whether it was Heeman or Martorell. Nonetheless, the Vikings are up by the score of 1-0.
8?
The goal came from 8? No, I don't think so. We'll have to go check. But it's 1-0 Vikings. So the Vikings up 1-0. Have the Wildcats trying to go on the attack. And this one comes all the way back to Irankunda. 1-0. I'll go check real quick and see who got that goal. We'll go to the stat booth.
Ball in midfield. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now along the right touchline.
Excuse me, that was Alexis Lagazi who got the goal. Martorell had the assist. It happened so quick, but Lagazi got the goal. That's his first goal of the year. So the Vikes up 1-0. And again, with the Culver numbers, it's going to be, as you said, pretty generic for Culver tonight. If they
we
score
can
a goal, we'll
read
find out.
we can read the Valley numbers just fine. Just it was a matter of who knocked it in and then the huddle and trying to find the goal scorer. Limbered on the trip.
1-0, a very early goal. And, of course, it was Lagazi who scored it. Alexis Lugazi. Women won 3-0. Men up 1-0. This Viking team doesn't score a lot of goals. Culver with possession, headed away by the Vikings. Now Limbert with a header. George gets it right at midfield. Nice footwork. Good job as he sends that one ahead to Heeman. The battle for possession going on at midfield. Jason Gamble, he's out of Egypt. Cairo, Egypt. Vikings with possession. That's Gamble. Sends it in with the left foot. Headed. Nice job by the Vikings. It's in, but offside.
Limbert was offside on the play. It carried the ball, fed down, carried him offside. It was a nice header. Had it been onside, would have been a fantastic goal.
A nice assist by George, but as it is, he was offside. Now Heeman gives chase for this one. Just underway, Vikings up in that early goal. And the goal was by Lugazi. This one sent into the and over the Viking bench. Throw in for the Wildcats.
That was Luke Blackburn. I can see the 25. That's about all I can get.
He's right down below us, as close to us as you can get. So we know that. Luke Blackburn, he is out of Leeds, England. Maybe with binoculars I can get a couple more of these numbers. Here's the throw in for the Vikings. Blackburn had it for a moment. Now the Vikings send it back. Kantar has to, Drafko Kantar has to go back and get this. Kantar wears number 3. He's out of Serbia.
A free kick for the Vikings.
Vikings will have it. Heeman with a throw in right by the bench. And there's a lot of contact. Vikings will still have it.
James Morris committing the foul, number 4.
Morris is out of Leeds, England as well. Now we'll get the free kick. And it's Bascalo. He had the only goal in the win over Mount Mercy Saturday night. Slavin sends it in with the left foot. It bounds right toward the goal, and an easy one for Jones. And he'll throw it out to the left side. 1-0 Vikings. Lugazi with a goal. Nice footwork by the Wildcats. They have a shot on goal, and this one goes wide to the left from the right side.
There's a player streaking down the left side for Culver. Pass just a little bit too far in front of him, and then the angle was so steep it couldn't even be considered a shot on goal. It just went across the mouth of the goal. Patrick Irakunda had nothing else to do but watch it go by.
That was Mackenzie Northern with that shot. Where's number 34? And the only way I knew that, it had binoculars on it. Good-looking uniforms, but whoever designed those, here come the Vikings, and this is going to be onside. Here's the shot, and it's blocked. Coming out, Jones coming out of goal. The shot was taken by Bascalo from the left side, and Jones had to come out. It was one-on-one with the defender, and Bascalo got the left foot on it, but Jones came out of the goal area and made the save.
Good aggressive play by Jones to come out and force Bascalo to do something with the ball besides dribble it down and take the shot.
So here comes the corner by Bascalo with the left foot. Sends it in front. Headed. Another shot. It's still there, and now this one is sent up over the top. Vikings had a couple of cracks at it.
Couple cracks. He hit some feet in front. just fortunate to get to be standing there. I guess is kind of what it was. Is it hit a Culver defenseman, and then the Vikings put the ball through the football uprights. No 3 points here. Just a shot up and over the goal.
That was Uros Illich that had that last shot that went up and over. Illich wears number 23 for the Vikings. There's Gamble. Vikes work that right side.
Couldn't keep it. It went across the line.
Went across the line. So here's the throw in for the Wildcats, but the Vikings get it right back. Gamble to the middle of the field. Working. Stops. Right foot. Fires and scores. Nice move.
And
wow.
Gamble had the defense turned all around. 1-on-3 for that shot. Got himself centered, got his feet beneath him, put a great shot on goal, and Jones had nothing to do with it. Wasn't even close to trying to making a save there. Fantastic play by Gamble.
How about this? Lagasse and Gamble have scored their first goals of the year in this first half. And it's 2-0.
Two very good plays.
That was a heck of a play.
Two very good shots. And Gamble was on the right side there pushing the ball. Now, there was the throw in that Culver played kind of lazily and sloppily. Gamble raced in, took control of the ball, again, 1-on-3, and put a great shot on net.
Well, here come the Vikings again. Now they give it to Limbert. George sends it off left side to Heeman. Heeman races into the corner, and he can't save that one from going across the goal line. Two quick goals by Gamble and Lagasse, and the Vikings are up 2-0.
And much like we saw with the women's game, with the wind picking up, all the pressure, at least for the most part at the start of the game and the start of the half, was on the north end of the field with the wind.
Now the Wildcats trying to push it. The Vikings are back defensively. Vinicius Magalhaes, and Russell are back there. Vikings working the right side. Here they come again. They have the numbers. Magalhaes with left foot has that one blocked. Turns, tries to shoot it again, and it's knocked away. Tried to kick it again and knocked away. But the Vikings on the attack. Now this one off the chest of Illich. Sends it all the way to the left side to Heeman. Heeman trying to get by a defender. It's out. Vikings will have possession. Quick throw in by Heeman.
Blackbird on the defense there.
Gives it off to Illich.
Oh, and a turnover.
That was Martorell who tried to get a pass. It was turned over. Now it's loose, and boy, the goalie, Irankundi, was way out the front of the 18-yard box, and I think the player who is down is Mackenzie Northern.
And Vladi Simic watched that play happen in his defensive end and immediately put his hands on his hips and started glaring at everyone involved in an orange shirt, and Irakunda with his highlighter yellow shirt on too.
They were fortunate because that was a bad pass, and Mackenzie had an opportunity, and Irakunda had to come way out of goal. They shoot this one, give this one back to Irakunda. And he'll give it to Russell, and here we go. Russell wears number 5, sends it to Gamble in the middle. Gamble with a header, but it's taken away by the Wildcats. Back to the middle, battle for it, Illich. Good balance by Bascalo. Kept that one alive. 2-0 Vikings early in the first half. Wildcats push it up, tried to get through the defense, but the Vikings are there and handle that one. Here come the Wildcats on the attack. They try to get it to Northern. Vikings take it away. Now there's a trip. Viking possession. 31 minutes to go first half. It's already 2-0 Valley. Blake Ordell is the coach of the CulverStockton men in his 4th season. And Vladimir Sivic, head coach of the Vikings. Ivan Ninkoff is his assistant. Ivan played for the last couple of years for Vladdy. Drew Hawkins also on that bench. 2-0. Women won 3-0. Here's a corner for the Vikings. Bascala with it with a left foot. Sends it in front, and it's taken by Jones. Jones will throw this one out, try to get it to Northern, who does. And this one goes out. The throw-in will come to the Wildcats, right in front of the Viking bench. Gives it to Northern. Northern, I know he is. It's got that bleached hair.
The bleached hair. Yeah.
So
that was Blackburn on the throw-in.
If you want to have this, if you want to have uniforms we can't read, come up with some kind of a physical trait that we know who you are. Free kick coming for the Wildcats, and that is number 11, and that is Mentasti. He sends in with the left foot, headed away to Gamble. Gamble, nice pass ahead, but then Mentasi's there, long shot, and this one with the left foot goes high and over the top. And quickly, Aaron Kunde gets it back in play. Didn't waste any time. Limbert couldn't quite come up with that one. Heeman keeps it in. Now it goes out right in front of the bench. Goal scored. The Vikings come into this one with only 15 goals, and they've given up 13. 18 goals scored for the Wildcats, and they've given up 18. So neither one of these teams scores a lot of goals. For the Vikings, 2 quick ones tonight. Chaz, it just looks like the Vikings are playing even more aggressive than they did on Saturday night. They just seem more aggressive tonight.
They seem to have more offensive punch.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not sure if that's because of the wind or it's because there's something in Culver that Culver's doing that Valley feels like it can take advantage of as Mackenzie Northern is down once again at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's been down a couple of times since that contact right in front of the goal a couple possessions ago. And so I think he's going to have to, he may come out. I don't know if it's a leg. He's walking
like he
out.
Was grabbing his inner thigh earlier, or maybe it's quad. He's kind of got his
on the
shorts
right
rolled
leg,
up on that right side.
So he's going to come out. So it'll be a throw-in for the Wildcats. They're down 2-0.
And for Valley, not scoring many goals on the season, getting 2 quick ones is really huge for this offense.
Thomas Cooper, number 7, will come in for the Wildcats.
Is he from Leeds, England also?
He is, well, he's from England. He is from Nottingham, England. Yeah, they have a lot of English players. There's several from Argentina.
Eric Coonan just booted that ball about 70 yards with that win.
They have a player from the Philippines, Bartolome. Kevin Bartolome from the Philippines. So really an international flavor in this contest. Now it's 2-0 Valley. Jawan Martero had possession of that, but whistle, and now it's going to be in the free kick for the Wildcats. Send this one in. It's knocked away. Good job by Kantar. And it goes all the way back to midfield. Wildcats will keep it in, send it back to Jones. Jones with the left foot sends it up the left side, headed back. And now Wildcats have possession in their own end. Limbert tries to take it away. Work this one far left side. Back to the middle. Vikings will take it away, but the Wildcats there now. Limbert with the right foot sends it all the way across the field.
And Limbert just kicked that as far as he could toward that far side. Not making him do anything but clear the ball.
Wildcats with possession. Pretty good passing all on their own end here. Trying to set up for the attack. Vikings had it for a moment. And now Gamble does have it. Boy, nice footwork. He gets through two. He's bumped to the turf. Down he goes. And he's down at about the 45-yard line as far as the football field is concerned. 25 and a half minutes remaining. Gamble's up and all right. He has a goal. He got to be feeling pretty good. His first goal of the year. Heeman out in front of the Wildcat bench. Pretty good footwork. Tries to keep it left side. Taken away by the Viking, or taken away by the Wildcats. Now Gamble sticks that left foot in there and gets it to Limbert, who goes to Heeman. Heeman left side. Sends it out front. Oh. And a good diving save by Jones. Whoa.
If Jones doesn't pick that off, I think it's in the back of the net, and it would have been a second goal for Lagasse.
Yeah, Lagasse was right in front of him. And that went over the goal line, so goal kick coming for the Wildcats. They trail 2-0 early in this one. This one goes out on the far side. Now Jones has started 6 games. This will be his 7th. He's allowed 9 goals. And Nicholas Luciani, the other goalie from Georgetown, Ontario, has started 5 matches, and he's given up 9 goals. So stats there about equal. Jones has 31 saves, Luciani 33, but it's Jones' turn and goal tonight, at least to start the match.
Well, 9 goals in 6 games is a game and a, or goal and a half per game. And 9 and 5 would be 1.8. So the goals allowed average a little better for Jones than Luciano.
Aaron Kunda has given up 13 goals. This is his 11th start. Now this one is sent out. It'll be Viking possession. He has a 1.26 goals average per game. 42 saves and given up 13 goals. Last year, the Vikings were an offensive machine as far as soccer is concerned, but not quite as much scoring this year.
Different team.
Yeah, different team. Lost a couple of All-Americans off that squad. Oh, the Vikings with a shot. And there's another goal, but it was offside, I think. Or was it? No. Nope.
It counts.
It counts. Thought I heard a whistle. I did not, so that goal will count. And that is Bascalo, I believe, with the goal. We'll check the replay, but I believe it was Bascalo who got the goal. I could be wrong. Was wrong before. But 3-0, boy.
Good pass. Hit off a defenseman.
Right, off a defenseman, and then the shot on goal. I believe that was Bascalo. So he has his first goal tonight. It's 3-0. Bascalo now has 3 goals on the year. Wow. 3 goals for the Vikings early in this match.
Yeah, Illich put the shot on. It kicked off or deflected off the defender, off the shin, and Buscala was right there, open net, and an easy goal.
Lottie's got to be saying to himself, where's this offense coming from?
Well, there's been good, consistent offensive pressure all game. Once the ball has been in the zone, Valley's done a good job of keeping the pressure on and doing a good job of possessing the ball in the zone.
22 minutes still remaining in the first half, and it's 3-0. Looking at the standings in the Heart of America Conference, we'll check those for you. On the women's side, Valley's in second place behind Baker. But on the men's side, Grandview 4-0-1 going into play tonight. Here come the Wildcats on the move. This one off the chest of one of the Vikings is still loose in front. Here's the shot with the right foot and a diving save by Iracunda.
Good positioning by Iracunda. The play was right in front of him, saw it all the way, and he was able to make a save.
Grandview's 4-0-1. Central Methodist 4-1. Mid-America's 4-1. Baker 3-0-2. Grayson 3-1. Benedictine 2-1. Mount Mercy 2-2. And then it's Valley 2-2-1. Culver 1-3-1. William Penn 1-3-1. And Evangel, Clark, and Avila all 0-4 men's play. Here comes Pascalo again. Sends it in, but no one home. Limbert was over on that right side, but went between two defenders.
And that possession turned when one of Culver's players took the ball right off the face, carried him to a Valley player, and Pascalo was able to clear it. And the player who took it off the face is right in front of us now, and it is impossible to read the number.
It is impossible to read the number. We'll get the binoculars on him. Still hard to read it. He'll have to turn completely away from me for me to get that number. Still don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to track him for a little bit. I'll get it. I think it's number 4. I think it's
11.
I think it's 11.
It's number 11. Ventasti. Alejandro Matasti out of Argentina. And then you look at those nice, bright, white numbers on those orange jerseys.
They're made for broadcast,
Vikings.
yeah.
They're broadcast numbers. Limbert with a nice pass. Oh, the Vikings almost had another opportunity. They keep the pressure on. Limbert sends it in with the left foot. It's headed away. Gamble tries to keep it. Now Limbert comes with a steal. Here comes George on the right side. Double teamed. He hits the turf. He looks up for a call. Not going to get it. And the Wildcats bring it the other way.
Great effort by Limbert to keep that ball alive several times until he got decleated there on the play.
Now Russell trying to clear it. Back to Illich. Heeman. Illich. Around midfield as they pass it back and forth. Send it up to Gamble. He gets it back to midfield. Now to Illich. Good movement by the Vikings here.
Good possession by the Vikings. Crisp passing. Passing percentage is going to rise with each one of these connections, and just you maintain control of the ball, especially with the wind at your back. You can maintain an offensive zone time.
Cantor.
So I say that they give it away.
There you go. The Cantor went to Heeman and then to Pascalo, and he lost it, but it was a good possession.
But the Valley is able to dictate the flow of the game and basically play their offensive sets as they want with that much control of the ball.
They come to the right side on the Wildcats. 18:30 to go. First half, 3-0. There's a long shot, and this one gets up in that wind, and it. And that's going to be an easy goal as Iracunda thought he had the save, and he dropped it. And once he dropped it, that was an easy goal. And I believe it's the player coming out, isn't it?
The player coming out, yes.
They have the goal. Still can't see his number. I
He's
think
going
it's
to put that green shirt on.
15 or 16. Very tough to see. 16. So that is
Santiago Durocco.
Durocco with a goal. And for Durocco, that is his third goal of the season. Boy, thought that was going to be an easy save for. It wasn't going to be an easy save for Aaron Kunda, but that got up in that wind and he got his hands on it and then lost control, and that was an easy one. Wow, that was a good tackle there. And play on.
It hit Aaron Kunda in a bad spot, I guess.
In the hands. Muscalo took a shot there. Yeah, that was really an unforced goal there, just kind of an error by the goalie, Aaron Kunda. Should have had that one. But as it is, it's 3-1. As Durocco got the goal. Santiago is out of Buenos Aires, Argentina. Now the Vikings back. And some that are not real familiar, Chaz, with the NAIA men's soccer programs wonder why all the international players, but you don't have college teams in foreign countries. If they want to play college soccer, they come here. They have to play in a club team.
Play in a club team, or if you're not able to qualify for the club or national team, you come to the States, you get a degree, and you play soccer, and that's just kind of the way it goes for these NAIA and small school programs.
And if you don't have if you don't have a mix of good international players, you're probably not going to compete for the top of most of the best conferences, which the Heart of America is one of the top soccer conferences. You're not going to compete unless you have that type of quality player.
And you need a nice mix of players from around the world, and Lottie's done a good job of doing that here. But the soccer program, his last 4 or 5 years, has been steadily improving, and that blend has done very well. Semifinalists last year, losing a heartbreaking game down in Florida after the rainstorms and all that. So you have to have that mix, you have to have that presence. And as we can story tell here, as the ball's near midfield.
Oh, and this is onside, so here come the Wildcats again. Another shot, and this one would have been good for 3 if you were playing in football. Went through the goal post, but it's high and wide on the soccer.
And one of the things that's neat for us as broadcasters, especially for the live stream part, is watching the chats on the side. Many times we'll have all kinds of, several 4, 5, 6 different languages going.
Yeah.
As people from around the world watch our live stream telecast.
Yep.
And that's just really kind of neat. Now I don't know half what they're saying.
No, but they're there.
It's the engagements that they're there.
Yeah. And boy, you talk about, I'd mentioned the Culver lineup, the Viking lineup. Well, you can just go down the roster. You have United States, of course, England, Spain, Serbia, Northern Ireland, Venezuela, Belgium, Brazil, Egypt, all on this roster. So it is international flavor.
That's one of the things Missouri Valley takes pride in, not just with the soccer program, but the international presence. I think 37 countries are represented on campus as part of the 1,400 plus students that are here. So to have that kind of worldwide presence on campus is really wonderful for the students.
Fun for us, too, to get to know a lot of those students from all over the world. And we have a lot of them in our mass comm department and have been able to meet with many of them.
Well, Juliana Doyle from Brazil.
Yep.
Jesus Illy from Spain. Georgina and Ricardo Padilla are from El Salvador. So our crew tonight is very international.
It's international. And they all do a good job. They're here to learn, do a good job. 3-1 Vikings with the lead. I've always said one of these days, I better hurry up, get after it. But one of these days, go visit every country where we've had students. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun. That would be, yeah. Is your passport ready?
Yeah, you'd better go. I mean, we're talking Japan. We're talking other countries you just mentioned. Brazil, of course. Spain. The Bahamas. Just everywhere. 3-1 is our score as we play, and this one is sent into the bleachers.
20 and 17 for
20 and 17 coming in. Cabello, Manuel Cabello, he's of Argentina. And Antonio Salazar, he's from Arizona. Went to Scottsdale Community College.
That's a nice area, Scottsdale.
Oh, man.
Some good golf down there.
Yeah. 3-1. Vikings with the lead. As we play here in the first half, 3 different Vikings have scored goals. Gamble, Lagazi has one. And also scoring a goal for the Vikings tonight was Bascalo. Gamble fighting for position at midfield. Almost looked like a lacrosse scrum out there.
Engaged with Thomas Cooper for Culver.
This one up the sideline. It's out, so the Vikings will, Heeman will have it. 12 minutes to go in the first half. We're moving right along. Had some goals early. Vikings with that 2-goal lead. Heeman, they keep it in. Good job by the Vikings. Bascalo working through defenders off to Gamble. Gamble. 2 defenders on him. Now they take it away.
Yeah, Ferreira and Cooper double teamed.
Vikings send it to the right side, and
Offside.
it's offside.
That was Lagazi.
Lagazi over there, and he was saying, oh, man, let me have a shot at it, but he was offside. (3-1). Vikings with the lead. Left foot of Jones sends it into Viking territory. It's headed right back by Martoro. Wildcats down by a couple of goals. They'd like to have another one late here in the first half. Now works to the left side. They have possession. Long pass out in front. It's open. Oh, coming out to make
How
the
was
save.
that onside?
Here in
No
Conda.
idea.
That had to be offside, I would think.
But the flag was never raised.
I think Blotty's asking the same thing down there.
I think the linesman got caught because there was no way that was onside.
No. Well, when he first made the pass, I was just kind of saying, well, that's going to be outside. And all of a sudden, the play continued. Now, Limbert going to be called for a foul. Yeah, I don't know how that was onside. I think Blotty was down at the other bench asking the same question. We were up here.
And he lives on this north side of the bench. And he was to that south side in a flash.
He doesn't go down that way very often. Here's a pass out in front. It's still there. Ooh, it was no one for the Wildcats could get to it. Now Limbert races up, and it goes out. Let's see whose possession. Wildcat throw in.
And sub in for the Wildcats. 35, Augustin Mosquera.
Mosquera comes in. And again, want to say thanks a lot to John Shiles. He's the sports information director at CulverStockton. He gives us all this good information, pronunciations. We do the best we can with him, and thanks, John, for all the. And I tell you, we've worked with John for a lot of years, but this week alone, with the football and 2 soccer matches, and more information we can use comes to us from John Shiles, and we appreciate every bit of it.
Broadcasters love those
love
media
information.
packets.
He is as good as anybody at this level. There's no question about it. All right, Heeman will throw it in. So if you're listening and you're rooting for the Wildcats and you get a chance to see John Shiles, you tell him he does a heck of a job as the sports information director there. Vikings with it. Martoro had it for a moment. It goes out on the far side. 8:44 first half. Our Our first match went by rather quickly, and this one doing the same to this point. To this point. This is wood, right? We
Yeah,
can knock
wood.
on that. All right, here come the Vikings again.
Good read.
Martinez lost it. Wildcats trying to get possession here. Send it back to Lagazi.
He's offside.
And he's offside.
Luke Blackburn read that play all the way. Saw that pass coming in, broke from his defensive position or from his feet position and intercepted that pass. Fantastic play by Blackburn.
Oh, here come the Wildcats again. As we wind down in the first half, Valley leading 3-1 after winning the women's game 3-0. Lottie Simic hands it to Heeman, and he'll toss it in. Now you're talking about the Heart of America Conference. This pass comes in on the right side, and they're going to send it back to Jones. He races out, grabs it before it crosses the goal line. And not only did Valley make the semifinals, Mid-America Nazarene made it to the championship game. So had two teams in the Final Four of this conference. That shows you how tough this conference is in soccer.
And those mid-end games are always fun to do. And those
are
here
exciting.
For the conference championship last year.
Exciting match.
Good soccer games.
Before long, we'll start basketball. And Jack Schrader does a nice job with CulverStockton basketball program.
How long is that?
Probably about
3
a month.
weeks.
3 weeks? Wow. I know we play Columbia College here in a non-conference game on election night. So it's Tuesday night. So it's coming up. There's a shot. Hits the upright on the right side.
Doink.
Hits the right upright. And Jones has it. Now the Wildcats in their own end, trying to set something up to go on the attack. They need a couple of goals. They would like to have at least one more in this final few minutes of the first half. And this would have been onside, I believe, but the Vikings able to get to it. Heeman, nice move, gets by one of the defenders. Now battle for possession near midfield. Gamble comes out of there with it and gives it to Bosquello. Then we'll send it back to Heeman. 5 to go, first half.
Gamble's kind of all over the middle of the field.
Wildcats keep it in on the far side. Their only goal came really on a misplay by Irankunda, but of course it counts. 3-1. Here come the Vikings. And good job by Wildcats to stop that attack and keep the ball in play.
And I think Lagasse would have put himself offside again had that ball continued forward.
Sends this one all the way left side.
And that's offside.
And that's offside. So look down by the Viking bench. Heeman right in front of Lottie Simic. Off to Gamble. Pascalo. Send it back to Russell. Out of Kantar. Back to Pascali. Sends it behind him to Heeman. Good movement by the Vikings. Here's Illich. Heeman works that left side.
And the play's kind of shifted from all on the north side. Now we're back between the 20s. which is where we saw a lot of the action.
A lot of the action Saturday. A lot of this between the 20s. Send it right side. That is onside. And the defender slides in and knocks that one away. The Vikings do keep it in play, however, in that far corner. And now this one is knocked out across the goal line. 3:16 first half. 3-1 Valley. Vikes will have the corner. It's our first corner. Is that our first corner kick of the night? It may be.
One down here.
Okay, the second one. This with the left foot, headed toward the goal. It goes up and over the top and through the football goal post, and we'll play on. 3-1. We'll go to the other side for the corner. Martoro with the corner. And it'll be possession to the Wildcats. 2:20 first half. Jones sends it up the left side. Beautiful night. Nice and warm on this October evening. There's been many a night in soccer when we've been rather chilly up in this booth. Now Jones comes out, takes care of that one right at the top of the 18-yard box.
The foul behind the play.
Foul behind the play. Valley's going to get a kick. Probably none colder than the football soccer playoff doubleheader here, though. The one year.
Oh, that was unbelievable.
I got to go do basketball. I got to leave.
You got to leave to go to the hottest, building on campus. It's not,
Oh, it was cold that night.
Yeah, that was the night where all my cables froze, and I felt so bad for the students. I just sent them home and said, "We're going to do this with one camera. I'll do it. We'll take care of it. Go get warm."
And this one comes from about 40 yards out, hits a couple of players, and I guess it's last touched by the Wildcats, so the Vikes will have the corner.
I think my crew that night, I had two people from Southern California and one person from Florida on the crew, and I was like, just get out. You guys are not made for the 0-degree weather.
We had a playoff game that night. I think the Vikings won.
Vikings did win.
And then the Vikings also won the soccer. And the reason we remember the Vikings win the soccer is they all came in about halftime chanting and cheering, and it was crazy celebration. But the football team won that afternoon, cold and windy, and then soccer was that night. Wow. So we'll take this weather anytime.
I think it was an overtime goal even.
It could have been. I think it was. I think you're right. Vikings up 3-1, just seconds remaining in this first half. Valley will have the throw in. And they'll take their time here.
And that game was early November. It wasn't like it was terribly late.
Yeah, it was early November. One of our first basketball broadcasts. It just got cold. Here come the Vikings. One last shot. A few seconds to go. They send it out to the middle, and it's knocked away, and that will do it for the first half. Good first half of the Vikings. They're up 3-0 on 3 goals. 2 of those very early. 1 in the first minute of this match. So we're at the half. 3-1 Valley. We'll be back with the second half in about 10 minutes. We're ready for the second half. 3-1. Valley with the lead. Beautiful night for soccer in Marshall. Glad to have you with us, wherever you are viewing. And we'll be back next Wednesday. I believe Avila is the opponent next Wednesday. By the way, congratulations to the Viking women. They're now in first place in the conference. Baker tied CMU this evening, and they go by points. So even though they have one loss, the Vikings do not have a loss, but by points they have moved into first now. So congratulations to Drew Hawkins' team. They're leading the conference in women's soccer. So here we go. Second half is underway. And Culver has it. They trail 3-1. The Vikings had 2 goals very early in this contest. Lagazi had one, I believe, in the first minute and a half. So the Wildcats have their work cut out for them here in the second 45 minutes. Vikings come in 1-2-1 in conference play. Culver 1-3-1. And there's a foul on Illich. He just grabbed one of the Wildcats around the shoulders. Easy call there. Back and forth we go. Early second half. Decent crowd on hand. Greg Mitchell field. Egelhaus gives it off to Buscello. Here come the Wildcats on the move. This one is onside, and it's going to be a shot on goal, and this one is blocked and stopped by Aaron Kunda. Well, the Wildcats had a pretty good opportunity there. But Aaron Kunda with a stop. Now Gamble near midfield. A couple of defenders there, and they take it away from him. Wildcats try to set up an attack here. All still in Viking territory. Just underway second half. 3-1. Valley with the lead. Trying for a sweep tonight. There's a long pass. Is that onside? Yes, it is. The Vikings get down to it, and they'll let it go out across the goal line. So goal kick coming, and quickly, Aaron Kunda gets rid of that. Sends it up the right side. And it goes out. We've played 4 minutes. Send this one deep and right to Lottie Simic. Lottie with a good catch. Now the Wildcats trying to set something up here. Good move by, I believe that's George Mossman. And the numbers for the Wildcats very difficult to see. Sends this one in right to Aaron Kunda, and he doesn't miss this one. He had the one, he dropped one, and that kind of led to a goal. But other than that, it's been pretty solid in there tonight. Heeman on the far side. Trying to get it to Gamble in the middle. One of the Wildcats whiffing on that. And back to Illich. To Magalas. That's Russell. He gives it back to Irankunda. Irankunda sends it up the left side. Back to the middle of the field. Send this one up. Is it onside? It is onside for the Vikings. They come in from the left side. And Jones comes out of goal. It's still loose in front. Oh, no. And he turned. The goalie was out of position. And he fired this one high and over the top. The net was wide open.
And Lagasse had a great look there. There was nothing in front of him. Jones was scrambling to get back into the play. And Lagasse just sent it through the uprights for football.
Wow.
Not Football American, not soccer.
And unfortunately, that doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Wow. I mean, Jones was lying there scrambling to get to his feet. But in his haste, Lagasse missed it.
I think Lagasse had much more time than he realized.
Than he realized he had, yeah.
Because he turned and shot it. And it was just a wild shot.
Irankunda.
And we're looking at it here on the replay, and there's no one in front of him.
No one in front of him.
Jones leapt across.
A couple of defenders tried to get back in front, but the Vikings still up 3-1. They come on the attack again. Send it over here to Megalas. Front of the Viking bench. To Illich. They'll work the left side. Gamble, I'll tell you what, he's all over the place. Now they'll give us back to Jones. 37.5 minutes left, 3-1 Valley. In the women's match, 3-0 Vikings, and the Baker CMU tie. Missouri Valley is now in first place in the Heart of America Conference on the women's side.
Makes Saturday's game very important for Missouri Valley.
There's a foul. He's going to get a yellow card here.
It was a dangerous play coming across and through the body for Lagasse there. He may be coming out.
Yeah, looks like Lottie's ready to bring in Correa. So Correa will check in. Vikings back defensively. This is going to be onside. The Vikes get there, do a good job.
Yeah, good recovery by David Martinez there for Missouri Valley.
Here's a long shot that's high and wide left. So still 3-1. So it goes back to Irankunda.
It's Gamble coming out.
Okay, so Gamble's coming out. He's probably, if you track his paces, he's probably
he got his 10,000
miles.
steps.
Yeah, he got his steps in tonight. So Correa's in. This one goes high in the air on the far side and goes out. 36 minutes remaining. And that 3-1 lead holding up. Megalos, good quick pass. Oh man, Bascalo gets it back to him. Megalos tries to save it in the corner, tries to send it out front, and it's knocked away at the last moment.
Oh.
Vikings will have the throw in. Megalos will do that. Vinicius Megalos works in that corner. Battle for possession. Wildcats come away with it. And they try to move it up their left side. But the Vikings take it away. Now it's sent all the way to midfield. Headed away there. Vikings try to pass it to the left, and it's knocked away by one of the defenders. Now battle for possession at midfield.
And you can kind of sense there in the corner if Culver was not able to clear the ball, but Valley was going to have something going there. There's a couple kicks and, unable to maintain possession for long either side, but until Culver cleared it, there was pressure moving that direction.
Martinez had it for the Vikings. Now the Wildcats with possession. They'll send it all the way across from left to right. Long shot from about 50 yards out. And here Kunda had it.
He just decided to fall.
Dropped to his knees. Now he sends this one into the Wildcat end. Oh, he had it. Just all of a sudden just said, I'm just going to drop down.
They fall to the ground. Yep.
Wildcat possession. We play in the second half. That stayed in. I thought for a moment it'd be out, but it stayed in.
They called it out.
They called it out. Across the sideline. So Megalos will have the throw in. Thomas Cooper ready to come in for the Wildcats. They get an opportunity. Here's Jones who sends it up the near side. Megalos trying to keep possession, but the Wildcats, this one is sent out by Russell. Best thing he could do is prevent the Wildcats from having any kind of a scoring chance. Headed away by the Vikings. Battle for possession.
I'm not sure what Martoro, I think he was trying to just kick the ball and keep advancing it, but ended up keeping the ball in the Viking zone.
And this one goes out toward the Malcolm Center.
Now the Wildcats are just able to kind of keep pressure on in that offensive zone.
Here come the Wildcats trying to keep it in that corner. They'll send it in, and once again, here Kunda makes the save and drops. Maybe he wants to get the uniform dirty,
It's turf. I'm not sure.
Well, get that fluorescent. Get something on that fluorescent yellow.
All those little rubber bits?
Yeah, maybe some of those rubber bits are in the turf. Pass up to Magalos on the right side. He looks for an opening. And once again, pretty good defense. 31-20 to go. It's still 3-1.
And there have been exceptions here and there, but the bulk of the action between the 20s.
Yep. Yes, you're
teams
right.
kind of look for their chance to make a strike. Culver, down 2, plans to take a couple more chances here and there, especially with the wind which at this point has died down quite a bit at their backs.
Now this one goes out. It'll be a throw in for the Wildcats. This play is onside to the left. The Vikings chase. Sends this one in front. Viking defense is there. Ooh, that was a Wildcat closing in quickly, and the Vikings able to get it away.
And that was a good read on the defensive play by Mark Campbell, the senior. The play was actually behind him. He stopped, turned around, got a foot out, disrupted the play, then fed it forward, and the guy was able to clear.
Lod's ready to go to his bench again. And he's going to bring in Pedro Garcia. Pedro's a freshman. Throw in for the Vikings. Clock continues to move. And here comes Pedro into the action for the first time tonight. And he's replacing David Martinez. So Martinez checks out. Garcia is in. 29 and a half remaining. Now the Wildcats going to have to start thinking about getting a goal or two. They're down by 2. And there's a foul on the far side. Bodies on the turf. Send this back to Jones. All the way over to the left side.
And I got to think a 4th goal for Missouri. That'll be monumental in this game.
Yeah. James McLaren, a freshman out of England, ready to come in for the Vikings. McLaren wears number 18. Yeah, I would think the Wildcats would think we better find a way to score in a hurry here. You're down to the 28-minute mark, and you have only 1 goal, and that goal really came.
It was a gift.
Was a gift. Thank you to really an error by Kunda. Wildcats get it to the middle. Here's his shot, and this one's high and over the top.
And that was probably their best offensive play of the evening.
Nice
that
play.
was their first legitimate shot toward the goal and just high.
Good pass right to the center. But it was high.
It was Martoro that came out for McLaren.
Martoro came out, McLaren goes in. Okay.
Handball.
Viking possession. Boy, they get it in quickly. This will be onside, but he goes to Jones, and he, with the left foot, sends it back to midfield. Vikings got that in very quickly. And once again, they were trying to get it to Lagasse. He scored the first goal, his first of the year. Nagelhaas on the right side. Where's number 13 on that orange jersey? Brings it back to midfield. Didn't like anything he saw there, so we'll send it over to the left side. Now all the way back to Illich, and it goes out.
And I think Valley would have been content just to kind of kick it around there at midfield for a little bit.
Here come the Wildcats. Again, they're down by 2 goals. Send it all the way over to the right side. Knocked away. Still onside. Still in possession of the Wildcats. And they send this one in, but it goes wide right and over the goal line.
Yeah, they call it a corner kick.
So this would be a corner.
I believe it was out on Luke Russell.
So a corner coming for the Wildcats here. As we're down to the 25-minute mark of this one. Sends it in with the left foot. It's out in front, headed out beyond the goal line.
And a push underneath on Culver. So kick the Valley.
Goal kick coming up for Aaron Kunda. Patrick Aaron Kunda, he's from Ashford, England. He sends this one to his left. And the Vikings try to go on the attack there.
I wonder why he chose highlighter yellow.
It is bright.
There's no missing him.
No missing him. He could go jogging any place at night, no problem. Seeing him, that is, you're right, it's a highlighter yellow.
There's probably a story to it.
I'm sure it probably is why he wears that. Do you know that story, Juliana? Why does Aaron Kunda have such a bright highlighter yellow? Is there a significance to that, or?
I would like to know.
That's your job to find out. He is bright, isn't it? Juliana Doyle is our grad assistant. We're fantastic to have her. We're excited to have her with us for the next couple of years, hopefully longer than that, helping us and also in the marketing department.
Yep.
And her goal is to find out why he wears highlighter yellow.
Highlighter yellow.
George coming back in, Limbert.
My guess is how it comes with the Adidas kids. That's what I think it is.
What's that?
It's Adidas kids that just comes with it.
Oh, the kids?
Yeah.
There's really no reason, just like, hey, this is going to look great, huh?
I don't think so. I don't think blood is that fancy.
That's a story idea for my students.
There you go.
I have to get them on
why,
that. Why the goalies wear the colors they do?
Why the goalies wear the colors they do, yeah. Now, Jones is just in all black and green shoes. But Aaron Kunda, he is, yeah, that was a good description. Highlighter yellow. This one headed away up the corner. Vikings try to keep it in, but knocked away again by the Wildcats. 23 minutes left. Vikings keep it in. Heeman, nope, didn't keep it in. One of the Wildcats is down.
Heeman stepped in front and caught the ball on the long pass, and I think it's number 11.
Mentasti.
Stepped on Heeman's ankle as he went by.
Their numbers should be twice. It's like really hard to see.
So he's up kind of
He's limping around.
limping a little bit. It'll be the Vikings' possession. With Rafael Alcaraz ready to come in. Alcaraz is out of Spain. Wildcat possession. They'll send it in. Nagelhaus is there to knock it away. Now to Limbert. George tries to hustle it up the right side. It's knocked away and out by one of the Wildcats. With a 2-goal lead, the Vikes, it's okay.
Kind of good footwork there by Limbert. Saw the play was going to get the ball was going to get kicked away from him, and he kind of just hopped over the defender coming in to try to tackle the ball away. George let the ball go out and ran upfield get set for the next offensive play.
Did it again, knocked it off the leg of one of the Wildcats, so the Vikings have possession. And again, that clock continuing to move. Nice pass to Megalhaus, brings it back, trying to get it back to the middle. And Alcaraz has it there.
And between those two plays by Limber, it's probably 40 seconds went off the clock.
Right now with a 2-goal lead, that's important as well. Send this one in, and it's going to be taken by Jones as he had that angle cut off. They tried to put that one in the left corner, and Jones had that angle cut off. So all the way across to the right side. Wildcats with possession. Send it in. And there is Hiran Kunda. He'll throw this one out to Megalhaus. Illich fires it midfield, left side. Vikings now on the attack, trying to stay onside.
4-on-3.
Send it off to the left side. Back to the middle, but it's going to be covered up there by no, it's still loose. Thought they were going to be able to come up with that one for a minute. Ball still loose out in front. And finally rolls off to the left and over the goal line.
The temperature's dropping. There's some dew on the turf, but two Culver players absolutely bit it on that sequence of plays. One at midfield, and the defender out there trying to clear it just whiffed and then went down, almost like a circus play, almost, and it's like Lucy yanking the football away from Charlie Brown. That's how he went down.
So the Wildcats have possession, but they're running out of time. Again, we're down to the 20-minute mark, and they're down by 2 goals. And every possession really important now. The Vikings just let that clock run. That's what they want to do. Let that clock run with that 2-goal lead. Again, if the Vikes could come up with one more goal, they would pretty much solidify this one. But just play some good defense here and keep the Wildcats at bay. Battle for possession near midfield. Again, a lot of the action the other night was between the 20s. Send this one up left side. Now back toward midfield. It's all taking time. Illich tries to slide in and knock it away, and he's called for the foul. So the Wildcats have it. They'll have a kick. 42 yards out on the left side. Here in the middle, it's headed away. Still loose. Now it's knocked away. Russell that one hit Russell in the leg. And it goes out.
And there was a secondary shot. I'm not sure much would have, he fanned on it kind of, and I'm not sure would have gotten very far. There was still a wall of orange in front of him after that first shot got deflected by Russell.
So the Wildcats with possession here. But they need to get something happening now. We're down to 18 minutes. And they're down by 2. All the goals scored in the first half. Wildcats. That one's headed, still loose in front. Now they'll try to work it to their right side. Still in possession.
And Valley unable to clear.
Yeah, Valley hadn't been able to clear it. Still haven't been able to clear it. Still not able to clear it. Off to the left. Pretty good pressure put on here. And now Lambert with the clear, and here comes George up that sideline. He'll stop. Nice move. Tried to get through a double team, but it went off one of the Wildcats, and the Vikings have possession.
And George, did a fantastic job. Really didn't have a whole lot of help. It was 1-on-2 for him. There were 2 teammates also forward, but both of them were covered.
Here's Illich. He tried to center one. He knocked it off one of the Wildcats, but he maintains possession here in the corner. Back out in front, Magalish. He can't do anything with it. Wildcats have it. But again, that's taking precious seconds off that clock. And a 2-goal lead.
And a bad feed over the top. It's
Yeah.
going to give the possession back to Missouri Valley.
The Vikings will take their time here. Under 17 minutes remaining. This one headed out of bounds by Alcaraz. Or excuse me, that wasn't Alcaraz. That was James McLaren, number 18, not number 10. So here's the throw in. Limbert trying to get around defender. Makes a nice move. Vikings still have possession. Send it back to the middle. And here's the pass. It's going to be onside. Jones comes out, knocks it away. Then he gets back up, scrambles after it.
I think everyone expected that play to be offside. Because
Yeah,
people are looking at the lines and waving their arms. And he's just looking back at them, but
They just kept playing.
they just kept playing. And I think, I can't tell who the forward is, but if he had kept going, he might have been able to squeeze that one by, number 10.
Number 10 is Alcaraz. Raphael. So back come the Wildcats, but again, running out of time. And the Vikings very content now to play defense. And let that clock run.
And the sidelines are the Vikings' best friends right now.
Yes. There you go, just like that. Knock it out. 15 minutes left. Have a 2-goal lead. Send this one back to the all the way to the left side. Limbert trying to take it away. Pretty good battle there, and George making them work. Send this one back to the right. It's headed away, but the Vikings cannot clear it. Now to the middle. And there's a foul on the Vikings. And that's going to be a yellow card. And that yellow card going to David Martinez. And he is not very happy about it.
Is it 7 or 17?
Oh, is it 17? For 17, it's Heeman. Yeah, it may have been Mark.
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
check
it's
out the
Heeman.
replay here in a second.
Yeah, it was Heeman, I believe. Martinez was in. He's now out, I think. That was Heeman. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Heeman.
Yeah, Heeman, 17. So kick coming from 30 yards out for the Wildcats. Clock stopped, 14:34. Here it is with the left foot, and this one hits the top of the bar. Gets the crossbar. Stays in play, bounds all the way out. Now they'll center this one and goes right to Irankunda.
A little bit of jostling there on that offensive possession between the defenseman for Valley and the forward for Culver. And Valley's defenseman almost got his shorts ripped down. There was a lot of clutching and grabbing going on.
Well, I guess whatever it takes. So the Wildcats with possession, but running out of time. Every attack that the Vikings can stop gets them a little closer to a W tonight.
And Valley needs W's.
Yes. In this conference, they need W's. Now the Vikes take it away, at least momentarily. The Wildcats have it right back. And they would have been offside, and they are offside. Yeah, that was a good 7-8 yards offside.
When the forward's making the play on the ball and then glancing over at the linesman,
You know?
you know he's offside, yeah.
Yeah. Wildcats trying to pick up the pace a little bit with playing with a little urgency, down by 2 goals. Limbert racing it on the right side, but it's knocked out, and that's for the Vikings okay. Time continues to tick away. Vikings have the corner. Here it is. Send it out in front. And it's headed by McLaren, but off to the left.
Now with fewer than 13 minutes remaining,
Yep.
Culver needs to
really
put the pressure on offensively.
In a hurry. Tyler Hamilton ready to come in for CulverStockton, number 23. Now the Vikings doing a real good job just passing it around. No hurry. Taking time off the clock.
Just got a game of catch at midfield.
Magelhaus through 2 defenders. Now they bring it back to Russell. Nothing there, so go back to Russell. Back to the middle. Magelhaus. Nice job, Illich. Sends it in. Wildcats take it away, but that took some good, precious time off the clock.
It took some precious time off the clock. Also was kind of clever, kind of lull Culver to sleep and then try to go forward for one good push offensively.
Here's McLaren off to Limbert. Oh, if he could have kept that ball on the foot as he made his spin move, he would have had a wide open shot, just couldn't do it. And now, a little push goes on between one of the Wildcats and one of the Vikings. No yellow cards. They're just going to separate them and say, let's play. Or is there going to be a yellow card? I guess there is going to be a yellow card.
Yeah, they're going to get Limbert for a
George
yellow.
Limbert's going to get a yellow.
Well, he's got it out. He hasn't raised it yet.
Now he does. And to both.
Double yellow.
Limbert, and again, we can't see the Culver numbers, so we don't know who that was. We can see George Bright, number 4. So they both received yellow cards. Number 6, I believe.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Este. He's out of Argentina.
Geronimo Este.
So both received a yellow card. Now we're down to the 11-minute mark. And it's the alley right now. I mentioned coming in will be Tyler Hamilton. He's a senior out of Alton, Illinois. A transfer from McKendree University. So he'll check in for these final 10 and a half minutes. The Wildcats will have a throw in on the far side. 2-goal lead for the Vikings, and they would love that clock to continue to move, which it is. Viking possession. They can win here, they'll get back to 2-2-1 in the league, move up in the standings just a little bit. As I mentioned, on the men's side, the Vikings are 2-2-1.
Ooh, shot. Yeah, saved by Jones.
Vikings keep trying to keep that pressure on here.
There's the Vikings down in the middle of the end zone.
The Viking down on the far side. In Grandview leading the league 4-0-1. Vikings down there kind of in the middle of the pack, so a win here would be big. 9:33 to go.
Who's that for? Just a minute. Lefty goalie.
And they're tending to the injured Viking.
He's grabbing his back. I'm not sure if he landed wrong after that shot or if he took a knee to the back. He's trying to stretch it out, doing like a yoga pose or a cat stretch.
Can't see who it is. Heeman, I believe. That's Heeman. Holding his back. And if he can't go, Lagazi will come back in. So Heeman will come out. Lagazi will be in. That stops the clock, 9:33. Vikings still with that two-goal lead. Well, I guess Lagazi's not going to come in. Lottie's changed his mind. Oh, Heeman's going to come back in. I wish my back would heal that easily. And here's Heeman. Here's Heeman on a dead sprint.
They didn't even use the magic spray.
I need some of that for my back.
Right, Volley just gave him a pat on the back. I mean, that's all it took.
That's it. Magic pat by Coach Simic. Here come the Wildcats. Down by 2 goals. Megalaz knocks it away to Illich. 8:48. Work it to the left side. Out in front. Vikings need to clear this if they can. Send it into the middle. It's still in possession of the Wildcats as they work to their left side.
It's a lot of fancy footwork. All it did was eat 5 seconds
now they
off
get
the
it
clock.
through, and it's knocked away at the last moment. Good defense.
They're going to get him with a yellow for the dive. I heard Jesus say it.
Knocked away at the last moment by McLaren.
And the Culver player gets a yellow card for embellishment.
So, the Vikings. Now one of the Vikings may have taken a shot to the chest. He's all right.
Head.
7:23 left. It's a 2-goal lead, and the Wildcats running out of time. Now what the Vikings want to do is, again, just clear it. A 2-goal lead in good shape. Again, knocked away. Good job. And Magalas has it. Boy, he's going to try to sprint through 2 or 3 defenders. Now stop. And now he's shoved to the turf. Getting a little bit chippy out there. Magalas will get up. We play on. And the clock moves on. 6:42. Magalas, this one is knocked out by the Wildcats. Right down below us at midfield. Vikings are making a few changes here,
and they're content to keep it along the sideline.
Take their time. Working that sideline. Coming out for the Vikings now is Alcaraz, and he's moving very slowly. Going to go sit back on the trainer's vehicle. Says, give me some of that magic stuff, that magic spray. You know you got it back here somewhere. 5:36 to go. This one headed into the bleachers, and right now the Vikings want to do is just keep that clock moving. Right by 2 goals. Great shape. Throw this one, and this one's batted out.
Well, I think in the last 50 seconds there have been 8 throw-ins, maybe 9.
And that's all the Vikings care about right now. Just don't let them get anything set up. Now take it away again and another. And this is going to be a yellow card. Or is it? I think so. Well, maybe not. Thought I saw the official there. Nope. Nope.
No, his whistle.
Just a whistle. Said I can't give everybody one. Let's play.
You get a yellow card, and you get a yellow card, and you get a yellow card.
And this play is offside. So the Vikings need to hang on for another 4:36 with that 2-goal lead. And really in the since early in this half, the Wildcats have not had too many opportunities.
A couple instances, but nothing really sustained for any length of time.
And that was Lagasse. Sends it out. Viking possession. Magalhaes takes his time to get to it.
Sunday stroll.
Yeah, no hurry. Now it's out again. Lagasse wanted a foul, didn't get it. And it's going to be a throw in for the Wildcats, but we're under the 4-minute mark now. Under the 4-minute mark. There's the old yellow card coming out. I didn't do anything.
What did I do? The elbow just kind of flew up on its own. I had nothing to do with it.
And that one is on. See who that is on. We'll check and see who that one is on.
Number 4.
Okay, that's
James Morris.
Then.
Oh,
Leads England.
Just wide.
Vikings miss a shot, but that certainly would have done it. Well, it's basically over now anyway. 3:24 to go. And a corner coming for the Vikings. Take your time. Pull up your socks. Send this one in. It's headed.
Oh, what a header.
What a beautiful goal. That George?
That's Limbert.
George Limbert with the header. Wow. Off the corner. And the Vikings up 4-1. How about that for a goal for George Limbert?
That was an incredible play. We'll see it here come up on the replay. The ball comes in. Limbert does a fantastic job of heading it backward.
Yeah.
Jones was in position. The ball was just by him before he knew how to react. And 4-1, and that's the game for Missouri Valley.
3rd goal of the year for George Limbert. And that was a pretty goal. You're right. Off the quarter, it was kind of a backward header. Went right by Jones. And now Vladdy's going to take Aaron Kunda out. I guess that's a Viking goalie thing that maybe they got a deal.
They got a 2-for-1, yeah.
They got a deal on the fluorescent yellow. But the Vikes are up 4-1. They're going to feel good about this one tonight. As they'll have this W.
Not a good kick.
For the 4-1 lead, the Vikings are in great shape. We're down to 2 minutes and 31 seconds.
Did we get the replay?
Yeah, already. Do you want to play again?
Oh, I didn't see it. That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, he's just.
2 minutes and 31 seconds left. 4-1, Valley with a lead.
That's
Here
fine.
comes the corner for the Vikings. This one is headed away, and now the shot is taken, and it's high and wide.
That one may have been on purpose.
Yeah, just send that
Send
thing
it
to the scoreboard.
The ref did stop the clock, though, with 2:03 to go.
The Vikings are going to win this one. Big win for Vladi and this bunch over a pretty good CulverStockton club. And I believe the Vikings are on the road at another schedule. I think they play, I believe it's a Clark this weekend. And then we're back here for Avila on next Wednesday night. We'll have both of those matches as well. 2 minutes left. Here's the throw in. And this one's knocked out. As far as the Vikings are concerned, that's just fine. 1:39.
Yeah, chase down the ball.
Well, they don't have a ball. Can't finish without a ball. So a doubleheader sweep for the Vikings tonight. We're 4 for 4, aren't we, in the last week? We're broadcasting webcasting the soccer teams. 2 wins over Mount Mercy and now 2 over Culver tonight. Coming down to the 1 minute mark. Culver to the left side.
And offside.
Offside. Clock moves under a minute. And the Vikings will win this one by the score of 4-1. .40 seconds left. Vikings, Megalos will send it down, no hurry. Up 4-1, nice win for the Vikings tonight. Thank you for being with us on the webcast tonight, wherever you are watching. We'll do it again next Wednesday night. Avila will be here. Here come the Vikes. They want one more. And Jones makes the save with 12 seconds to go. Vikings wanted one more, but that's enough. They're going to win this one by the score of 4-1. This broadcast copyrighted by the Mass Communications Department of the Communications, Humanities, and Human Services Division of Missouri Valley College for the private use of our audience. Any retransmission or the use of the content of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of Missouri Valley College is prohibited. Chaz Matty, your crew did a great job tonight. We'll do it again Wednesday.
We had a student direct the men's game tonight, the second half of it. Jesus Silly was camera for the first half, ran off, did an interview, came back, directed the second half, and for first go around, did a pretty good job.
Yep. Juliana Doyle's here. Who else worked tonight?
Ricardo and Georgina Padilla.
Ricardo and Regina Padilla. So thanks to our entire crew. Thanks to you for watching tonight as the Vikes win the women's match 3-0. They're in first place in the conference. The men, a much-needed win tonight, 4-1. So long from Greg Mitchell.